This next comedian wrote or produced and acted and starred his own movie on Amazon Prime called, I think it's on Amazon site. He gave me his business card. Called Fangs Out. Give it up for Doc Pop. Let him hear it. Doc Pop.
How's everybody doing? Woo! By the way, the movie is Fangs Out. It's a comedy vampire movie. Anyhow, I am Doc Opp, and that's short for Oppenheimer, so I hope you've all seen my movie recently. I definitely didn't bomb, but I am a real doctor. I'm a real doctor. Actually, I am a retired surgeon. And being a surgeon is really cool because I save a lot of lives, but I also see a lot of crazy shit that you can't make up. And now that I'm retired, I can talk about it. Because when you're in practice, you got to be careful what you say. Now I can say whatever the fuck I want. So as a surgeon, we see a lot of people like shoving objects up their orifices. Like guys who shove light bulbs up their ass. It's not a bright idea. But it's very satisfying when we pull it out intact and it still works. It's also where I think they got the idea of a black light. Ooh. I saw another guy recently. A guy had a Coke bottle up his ass. He was a traveler. He couldn't make it past the TSA because it was filled with liquid. I tell you, you can't make this stuff up. Now, it doesn't only happen to guys, it happens to women too. I go down the emergency room one night and I see a woman with vaginal bleeding. I asked her what the problem was, anything unusual, and she said, yeah, I think something's stuck down there. But she wouldn't tell me what it was, so I had to go take a look. Now, when you go look down there, it's sort of like exploring a cave. You have to have the right equipment. You have a headlight. You have to have a mask because there could be toxic fumes down there. And you have this little thing. You have this little thing called a speculum that helps you look into the cave. So I go down, I go and I examine her. I open up the speculum, and out pops a little glass tube about this big. Now, I'm an expert in this, but it was a crack pipe. She had a crack pipe in her vagina. I think she took the word crack too literally. Either that or some guy really laid his pipe down there. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. Another night I go down to the emergency room, I see a guy for abdominal pain. I walk in, I say, what's the problem? He says, Doc, I think I got food poisoning. I go, okay. I go over to examine him. As I get closer to him, I hear this buzzing noise. Zzz, zzz. I go, where the hell's that coming from? And as I look closer, I see his belly sort of moving a little. I said, are you sure it's food poisoning? He said, well, Doc, maybe I sat on something. I said, what? I sent him for an x-ray. Sure enough, he comes back. He's got an object. Looks like this microphone right in his belly.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He sat on a dildo. Or somebody shoved a dildo up his ass. Anyhow, I had to take him to surgery to take it out. I open him up. There it is. I take it out. It's still vibrating. Now, there's the commercial for the Energizer battery. Or it's a commercial for the dildo company. Takes a licking, keeps on ticking. I'm telling you, the penis gets guys in trouble a lot. I go down the emergency room another time for a guy with a penile injury. I go ask the guy, I said, what happened? He said, Doc, I stuck my dick in a vacuum cleaner. I'm thinking, why would a guy do that? I mean, really. Anybody know? No. So, if you think about it, vacuum cleaner got extensions, a long metal tube with a strong suction. I get you stick in there, it's like in a blowjob, right? So I asked him, what was the injury? He said, I gotta show you. So he takes on his pants, he got a little towel on his dick, he takes it off. The tip of his dick looked like shredded beef. Yeah, it turns out the vacuum was a shark. But he actually didn't put it in that end. If you flip the vacuum over, it's got that little rotating blade. He stuck it in that end.
Oh my God.
His friend said it felt good. I mean, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I took him to surgery. I fixed him up, sent him home. I said, next time, use a Hoover. Anyhow, it's not only guys getting things up their butt, but sometimes it's necessary. Take me for example. A couple weeks ago, I had a colonoscopy, sort of like that video, and I had a prostate biopsy. I got it up the ass twice in a week and couldn't even enjoy it. Really sad. But I had the prostate biopsy because my prostate's too big. The prostate's a very important organ in the body. It controls your peeing and your coming. As you get older, your prostate gets bigger. Your prostate gets bigger, pushing your bladder, makes you gotta pee all the time, like every 1 to 2 hours. Ridiculous. So one of the treatments is Cialis. It's a drug for ED. So it definitely helps your peeing, but now you feel like you had to come all the time. And now that I'm getting older, I have a little memory problem, so when I'm having sex, I can't tell if I'm coming or going. I'm telling you, getting old, it's not great. And I'm telling you, it's still the penis that causes even simple things like taking a piss, right? So when you're single, you take a piss, you don't put the toilet seat down, you just do it. But when you're married, whole different story, right? Who's married out there? Yeah. I've married 38 years into the same woman.
Hey!
But for 38 years, she's been bitching to me to put the toilet seat down. So I finally give in and do it last week. And then in the middle of the night, I get up to take a piss like usual, and all of a sudden it's like raindrops on the roof. And I look down, all over the lid.
Oh.
Yeah, that's no fun, right? I gotta clean it up. Reflexively, I put the toilet seat back up. A few minutes later, I hear a splash. I hear some expletives. Marriage running right down the toilet. Now I'm divorced. What can I say? But when you're divorced, it changes your perspective on things. Like when I was a young guy in my 30s, I talked to a cute little 30-year-old something. No big deal. But now, if I go talk to that same 30-year-old something, I'm a creepy old guy. That's not fair. But you talk about creepy old guys. I belong to the Santa Monica YMCA. Great facility. The Young Men's Christian Association. You walk in there, there's nothing young about it. Talk about a sight for sore eyes. You go in the locker room and all you do is seeing boobs hanging down to the floor. And that's the men's room. And I'm telling you, talking about a sight for sore eyes. Oh my God. Another time in the emergency room, a woman comes in with an infection around her prosthetic eye. She got a fake eye. So I culture it, comes back gonorrhea. Gonorrhea, yeah. Her husband's an eye fucker. Yeah, he has her take her eye out and he sticks it in there. I mean, talk about being short-sighted. I mean, really. But you know, as you get older, things change. Having sex, when you have sex changes. Like when you're young, you pretty much do it everywhere. You do it in the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, wherever. But when you get a little older, basically you just do it in the bedroom, right? But when you get really old, you got to change your whole technique. You got to learn a new technique. It's called the hallway fuck. You pass each other in the hallway and you say, fuck you. That's my set.
Doc Up, let me hear it. Doc Up from Bangs Out. I got it right the second time. All right, what you guys think of that?